News that's coming in at the moment from Iran. It's the Iranian authorities reportedly preparing to carry out what could be the first hanging execution associated with the nationwide anti-Khamenei protest that we are seeing. A 26-year-old is facing imminent death sentence. Resident of Fardis, he was arrested on the 8th of January for participating in the anti-Ayatollah Khamenei protest. Now, these protests have actually spread across Iran since early January. According to a human rights group and the media reports, the sentence is scheduled to take place today. The US State Department, in fact, has come out with a statement, and they are saying Iran has arrested close to 10,000 plus citizens, and all of them were only demanding basic rights. And they are now openly being moved towards prison. It confirmed that the 26-year-old protester has now been sentenced to death. There has been no trial. No lawyer was given to him without the due process. This is something that the Iranian authorities have now announced. Washington is saying that this is brazen, state-sanctioned killing and is also sending out a warning that this is not an isolated case. The State Department believes that this is the first protester who will be sent to the noose, but others will also follow suit. US is urging the world not to remain silent as Iran's regime is now escalating from crackdown to the executive campaign. So this is the latest which is coming in at the moment. Now joining me on the broadcast, Salman Sima, who's a former political prisoner of the Islamic Republic in Iran. Salman, what we are seeing, unbelievable, because without any lawyer, we are seeing this 26-year-old person who was protesting because he wanted freedom. Now we are seeing that this could actually open floodgates.
So it's really sad. Over 12,000 innocent lives were killed by the regime. And the number is much more higher than this. I have some unconfirmed reform and estimate that the number is around 24,000 people. So this is a massacre. This is a genocide. And it's a time for invoking R2P, responsibility to protect. It's a legitimate international law which should be respected. In Kosovo, before that in Srebrenica, we used that. We saw that Western politicians use that, the world leaders use that. And we should not forget that the Islamic regime in Iran and the communist regime in China, both of them are number one and number two in the executions.
Right. Salman, do you also believe that what we want at the moment is for the authorities, the administration, to at least have a conversation with the protesters, because this is not the answer, sending each and everyone who has been out there on the streets protesting to the prison and then later, without any kind of process, sentencing them to death?
So under Sharia law in Islamic regime, we don't have too much due process. I do remember my own example. So it was not a free and fair trial. And this is not the first time that the Islamic regime execute people based on a fake accusation. So one of the really, I don't know, I call it funny, I call it sad, that you are the enemy of God. Imagine that with this such a phony crimes, they execute Iranian youth, and it's time to hold this brutal regime accountable and respond proportionately.
Salman, it must have been extremely difficult for you, but if you can throw some light on what exactly had happened with you, because, it will give our viewers a glimpse of what exactly is happening with all those people who are out there on the streets and are protesting because they want a better life.
They don't just want better life, they want freedom. Iranians show the new meaning for bravery, for the word courage. They are risking their lives for freedom, for human dignity. So this is a fight that we need to continue, and we need help in many cities, in many countries. Germany, Canada, in many EU countries. Today we had a great protest in front of US embassies, in front of US consulates, and people were chanting Trump act now, Trump act now. So any delay has a consequence, and the consequence is more innocent lives that we are losing hour by hour.
Salman, do you want the United States to actually step in? Do you want some kind of interference? Because we are seeing how some of the countries are saying that this is an internal matter and other countries should not be making statements, should not be interfering.
Yes, the answer is yes, and it is not just my demand. It's a Iranian people demand. The people inside Iran, they named a street after Donald Trump. They chanting the name of Trump in the street. President Trump, help, help. And let me be clear, who was behind October 7th terrorist attack to Israel? Who trained Al-Qaeda terrorists creating 9/11? The answer is Islamic Republic in Iran, the IRGC, Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps. Oh, when it comes to the people of Iran, all of a sudden it becomes internal matter. No, if you don't stand up against a regime today, the regime gonna work with Taliban. The regime gonna work with the radical jihadists in Pakistan. The regime will work and support Hamas, Hezbollah, name it. This is the head of a snake, and it's a time to cut the head of the snake.
Right, Salman, please stay with me. We've got a statement which is coming in from the United States of America. It's Donald Trump who's now sent out a warning to Iran on the hanging that is now imminent. 26-year-old protester all set to be hanged in Iran. Donald Trump in the latest statement has said Iran's plan to hang is not correct. We will see how this works out. Iran is killing thousands of people. So this is the latest statement which is coming in from the US President Donald Trump. Listen in to what the US President said. In Iran, Donald Trump has now given out a statement and said Iran is killing thousands of innocent protesters. We will see how this works out. Listen to what the president said.
We don't want to see what's happening in Iran happen. And, you know, if they want to have protests, that's one thing. When they start killing thousands of people, and now you're telling me about hanging, we'll see how that works out for them. We don't want to see what's happening in Iran happen. And, you know, if they want to have protests, that's one thing. When they start...
You just heard the latest statement coming in from the US President Donald Trump, in which he said that he's been briefed about this hanging that is all set to take place today. Donald Trump has sent out a warning to Iran on the hanging, which is now extremely imminent. Salman Sima, who actually was earlier held by the Islamic Republic of Iran, is with me on the broadcast. Salman, you know, you just heard it was the US President who said that they are very keenly looking at what exactly is happening in Iran. You have been there. Would you say that the protesters need to stay course, and also will you be urging to the world community to look at what exactly is happening, because this could actually not be just the first execution that we could see. If this goes through, then it looks like it will open floodgates.
So the evidence is crystal clear. We have enough videos, confirmed video. We have enough document from inside Iran to show the massacre of the people, to show, let me call it what it is, to show the genocide against Iranians. And yes, we need to hold them accountable. I don't want free word to look at what happened in Iran. I don't want them to monitoring the situation. I don't want empty words. We need action, and we need action now. The immediate action is necessary, and don't think so that this is just Iranian problems. After 1979 revolt, after 1979 Islamic revolt, we see that the regime created a chaos. The regime based on execution. The regime is based on terror, and brave people of Iran stand up. They show the unbelievable bravery, and it's a moral duty of free world, not just for the best interest of Iranian, for the best interest of themselves, to help Iranian people against this brutal regime.
Thank you, Salman Sima, for joining me on the broadcast, bringing out the perspective. And also through you, we are now seeing how those who are out there protesting are now seeking the world to wake up and see what exactly is happening in Iran.